next year,
It's 5 minutes to 7. Everyone has had a drink or 2
or 3.
So, officially, good evening. Welcome aboard, Lady Sandals. For those of you whom I've not met yet, my name is Sebastian Marshall, and I am the BDM for New York City. I handle all of New York City except for Long Island. So most of you on board this evening, your BDMs are either Susan Granger or Andrea Hart. So neither of those young ladies could be here this evening, so I'm substituting. I'm not quite as attractive, but I'll try to be as efficient. Okay? We're running a bit.
That is not true.
We are running a bit late, and I know brevity is the soul of wit, so I'm going to try to be as brief as possible. This is just a brief presentation. Who's been on the Mega Fam recently?
Yay!
Who's going on a Mega Fam soon?
Next year.
Okay, we need to change that. So, alright, so I'm going to give you a quick presentation about Sandals and Beaches Resorts. You all know what Sandals and Beaches Resorts about, yes?
Yes.
Okay, what is Sandals about?
That's
right. Sandals is about 2 people in love, and at Beaches Resorts, we take everyone else. So if you're 88 or if you're 8 months old, even if you're in the womb, we'll take you at Beaches. Yeah? Okay. So we have 20 resorts on 8 islands. The most recent of which is the one we opened, La Source in Grenada, and soon we will have one in Barbados, which is slated to open January 28th of 2015. I do want to point out that as soon as that one is open, we will be opening the beaches on the island of Barbados as well. So right now what we're working on, we actually opened Sandals Barbados last year, but it wasn't quite what we wanted it to be, so Mr. Stewart decided to close it. He's doing $60 million worth of renovations to it, so it will be open January 28th of 2015. Our next Mega Fams will be going to Sandals Barbados as well. So make sure that you sign up for those as well, okay? What you see right now, these are the 2 gentlemen who are at the helm. On the left you have Mr. Stewart, who is the chairman of the company. He started Sandals 33 years ago. So Sandals is his baby. And speaking of babies, that's his son Adam Stewart. Adam is the CEO of Sandals Resorts International. At the bottom, we have 3 different things about Sandals. We have the Sandals Foundation. For those of you who are not familiar with the Sandals Foundation, it is the philanthropic arm of the Sandals Resorts family. Basically what it is that every island that Sandals has a resort, whether it's a Sandals or beaches, we give back to the community. How we give back to the community, we do that by way of a school. So we either build a school or we basically adopt a school. We pay for the children's education, we pay their tuition, we pay for their lunch, we give them school books, everything. And in most cases, we actually build the actual buildings that they're actually being schooled in. So when you are asked to contribute to the Sandals Foundation, it is important for you to know that 100% of whatever it is that you contribute actually goes towards the Sandals Foundation. Sandals doesn't take anything for administrative fees. I'm just going to give you a quick. On the New York JFK Mega Fam, we actually raised $872. On the Newark Mega Fam, we did $735. I recently did the Rochester Fam just this week. We raised $1,835 and 45 Canadian dollars.
Canadian dollars.
All going towards the Sandals Foundation. So a lot of our guests who are actually repeat guests, they are very familiar with it. So when they go down to the resort, they'll either bring books or they'll contribute some other way. And each resort actually on the island, once a week they'll actually go to the school. There's a trip to the school that you can actually go and participate in activities with the kids. And believe me, when the kids see that you come in, they really appreciate what you do for them. So that's just something to think about when you're talking to your clients. The Sandals Earth Guard, essentially that's just us being environmentally friendly. So on the resorts, when you go, you'll see the lush vegetation, the foliage and all of that. We do everything in consideration with the environment. And the Sandals Corporate University, what that is we actually send our employees to school. So all the Sandals employees have the opportunity to go to Sandals University and learn courses that are akin to whatever it is they're studying. So if they're doing bartending, or if they're doing waiting, or housekeeping, or they're on the front desk, or they're in sales, we'll actually school them at the Sandals University. So that is why your guests are able to get the top of the line creme de la creme service that they actually get, because it is important to us that your clients and yourselves, when you visit the resorts, get the top of the line service that you do. These are the awards that we've won. So these are our bragging rights. We've been voted the world's best for the past 13 years in a row by the World Travel Awards. if you're familiar with the Academy Awards, which I'm sure you are, this would be like the Oscar for Best Picture. Or if you're at the Grammys, it would be like Album of the Year. So for the past 13 years consecutively, we've won the best all-inclusive resort in the world. So that is our bragging right. And we're very proud of that. And around it, you'll actually see other awards that we've won. So we do take pride in things that we do. And it is a testament to what we do that we're actually recognized by industry associations. Of course, you know, to go to a Sandals on the Beach, go to a Sandals on the Beaches resort, the first thing that we look for is pretty water. So the one integral thing that we actually have in common for all our resorts is that it's found on a nice beach. So these are the three branches of Sandals. We have Sandals, which is for 2 people in love, Beaches for everyone else, and then we have Grand Pineapple, which is basically a no-frill version of Beaches. We also have the Fall Key Resort and the private villas. So your clients, if they're so inclined, can actually rent the private villas, or they can actually rent the Exumas in the Bahamas if they really want to be alone and if they really want to pay for it. We actually will indulge them to do that. So just so you know, those are actually available as well.
How about a fan there?
Sorry?
Sorry.
No? I'll put it in his ear. I'll put it in his ear. So then we have the Sandals different Discover Dining. Collectively, among our 20 resorts, we have 147 restaurants. Each resort, the minimum that we have at the Sandals Resort is 7 restaurants. Beaches, Turks and Caicos, which is our largest property, has actually 19 restaurants, and if you count the hot dog stand, that's 20. Now, what does that mean? That means your clients, when they're staying on property, they never have to repeat a dining experience unless they go somewhere and really like it and say, hey, you know what, I'm going back there for a second. So that is what we give them, a variety. Our meals and our restaurants come from all kinds of the globe. We have Italian, we have Asian, we have Caribbean, we have Mexican, and we're soon to be putting in an Indian restaurant at La Source in Grenada. And what's good about it is that when we put up these restaurants, we get the chefs from those particular sections of the world. So you're getting as close as it is to the real deal when you dine at a Sandals Resort restaurant. That's our Discover Dining. We also partner with Beringer Wines. So if your clients are staying in any category above the deluxe, they will actually have Beringer Wines in their room. If they choose to go above that, they can get that for an available additional price. Mention that. This picture was actually taken in the Exumas. And you wouldn't believe it, but this picture was actually taken 3/4 of a mile from the resort. So that's how pretty the waters in the Exumas is. You can actually see that's actually land out there. That's land that they can actually walk to. That's 3/4 of a mile out in the Exumas, for those of you who haven't been there. Pristine, clear, beautiful waters. The Sandals Royal Bahamian. These are just a few of the Sandals resorts that we have. I'm not going to go through all of them. I'm just going to show you a brief, history of a few of them. So in the Bahamas, we have the Sandals Royal Bahamian. It is the Bahamas' most elegant resort. I just got back 2 days ago, actually. This is what a Club Sandals room actually look like. Club Sandals is actually the level above the entry level. So we have 3 levels. Now, I know at Sandals, our agency all the time, you guys have so many room categories. Yes, at one of our resorts, we actually have 47 room categories. But, as an agent, what you need to remember is 3. We have 3 things, okay? So there's the entry level, which is deluxe. Then we have the club/concierge, and then we have butler. Now, how we differentiate them is if it's ocean view or mountain view, if it's penthouse or whatever kind of view, that's how we differentiate. But really, the essential thing is there are 3 levels of service. And if you have any questions or concerns at any times when you're doing your booking, you pick up the phone, you call 1-800-SANDALS, ask for inside sales or reservations. They will be able to distinguish everything for you, or you contact your local BDM. It's really not as complicated as it sounds. This is at Sandals Royal Bahamian. These are actually the Millionaire Suites. Can everyone see? Okay, I feel like I'm blocking. Okay. This is what the bathrooms look like. Now, we take pride in the bathrooms. No 2 bathrooms look the same. Why? Because the girls never want to leave the bathrooms. The guys don't care. The guys don't care. But when the girls go in the bathroom, they're like, that's when their vacation begins. And at Sandals Royal Bahamian, it is the only Sandals resort where if you're staying in a butler suite, you actually get private transfer from the airport. That is the only Sandals resort that actually offers that. Now, for the butler category, if they want private transfer from the airport, that is an extra cost. But at Royal Bahamian, if they're staying in a butler suite, it automatically comes with private transfer from the airport. So something to know. Then we are in Grenada, which is the island of Spice. Again, an exotic beach. And this is La Source. La Source, actually the motif here is villages. So we have 3 villages. We have the Italian, the Pink Gin, which is where the beach is actually located, and the South Seas. You will see on the Italian village, what's exclusive to the Italian village is that on the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th floors, you actually have what we call the sky pool suites. So basically, you have your own private pool even when you're in a level above the ground floor. So half of your balcony is actually your own private pool. And no, your neighbors can't see what you're doing. So you know. They can't. They can't.
Unless they have to wrap around an hour.
This is just another shot of the resort. You see the fire pits, we actually line the fire pits up when the sun is going down. You get a really nice ambiance to the resort. That's actually what the view looks like from your sky pools facing the ocean. And that's actually the capital of Grenada in the background. That's the resort. This is the Millionaire's Swim-Up Honeymoon Suite.
I'm not looking.
Discovery Dining. And Barbados, which is our newest resort, which is coming on stream. That's what it actually looks like. And this is actually coming next year. So at Sandals Royal Caribbean, we're actually going to be having 5 over-the-water bungalows. So when your clients walk in and they say, oh, I want to go to Bora Bora, or I want to go to Tahiti, Royal Caribbean. So we're going to be having 5 of these next year at Sandals Royal Caribbean, and then we're going to be putting them at the Sandals in St. Lucia the following year. So there's going to be even more options for your clients. At the Grand, they're going to be at the Grand in St. Lucia. Can you see? Okay. Where? This is the ocean.
Yeah. Right there.
Yes, that is a pool. Yes. Very observant. Yes, that is a pool. And we're doing this, we just want you to know that it's very environmentally friendly. And also, the floors are going to be transparent, so they'll be able to see the marine lights. So and at night, they can actually light it up to see the marine lights. That's a close-up. And then we have the beaches properties. So we have 3 beaches properties. We have 2 in Jamaica. We have beaches Ocho Rios, beaches Negril, and then we have beaches Turks and Caicos. We just opened the Key West Luxury Village in beaches Turks and Caicos. And then this is Island Roots. Island Roots is actually a branch of Sandals Resorts. What Island Roots is, it actually offers off-property excursions. So what I tell my agents, and I tell you to tell your clients, is that when you go visit an island, after you've been there 3 or 4 days, take a half a day and go do some kind of a tour of the island. Go see what the locals do. Do something interesting. For this reason, we provide the Island Route, so they can actually book the excursions through Island Routes. Island Routes will actually pick them up in an air-conditioned vehicle, take them to the destination. They will have a guide and they will take them back. What's good for you, the travel agent, is that you want to book it before they go because it's commissionable to you. Because I guarantee you, once they get on property, they are going to book it themselves and you're going to lose out on the commission. So you will encourage them to actually do the booking because 70% of our clients, when they go down, they book some kind of Island Routes tour. Also, what you need to know is that the tours aren't exclusive to Sandals. Sandals also markets to our cruise ships as well as to other resorts on the islands. So it's better for your clients to actually book it while they're here. That way they're guaranteed the day they want and the time they want, as opposed to when they get on property having to make a substitute of not getting what they want. All right? So keep that in mind. This is again the Sandals Foundation. As I mentioned, this is just Sandals and Beaches' way of giving back to the community, and we are on every single Caribbean island that we operate. It's our way of giving back. These are just ways for the clients to say, but you all know about that, or you can contact your local BDM. These are giveaways that we're doing, so all the bookings that you do up until the end of September, you are actually, it actually goes into a pool, and you can actually win a 7-night getaway at Beaches, Turks and Caicos, or a 7-night getaway at Resorts in Grenada. So all your bookings that you're doing right now, it is important that you register your bookings. What did I just say? Register your bookings! Now and forevermore. Why do you want to register your bookings? You want to register your bookings because it increases your status with Sandals Resorts. You also want to register your bookings because you get sell and go nights. This is your way of getting your nights, so you can go take someone whom you care about or pretend to care about, and you go and experience sandals. If you have a family, you can use those nights at Beaches, Turks and Caicos. You can use them at Beaches Negril or Beaches Ocherius. Make sure that every booking you do, you register. Alright? And thank you for a wonderful evening. Like I said, thank you.